I have eternal title that God has given me. And that is what? I am the daughter of God. So let's continue. Before I continue, I want to read message of True Father. It's not moving. Okay. This is reflection of my life, not yet written. So I just reflect creation because I'm the creation of God. So let me continue through Father's words. Oh, what's going on? It's not moving. Oh, yeah. I want to read these words of True Father, and let's all reflect together what is the meaning of this in your life and also in my life. In all creation, the most precious entities are human beings, men and women. Furthermore, the most precious part of the human body is not nose, the eyes, the hands, or even the brain. It is the reproductive organs, the organs of love. These parts have the marvelous power of procreation. Most living things multiply through sexual reproduction. The most precious and outstanding family begins with a husband and wife who are spiritually and physically united with each other. Oh, shoot. Why it's going like this? Then, continuation. Having a connection with true love. Not just anyone can say they have true love. Only God can really love with true love, and only God absolutely owns true love. God's true life, God's true lineage, and God's true conscience emerge from true love. In this way, the most fundamental essence of God is true love. Therefore, to connect with true love, we must first relate with God. A child might say, my mother and father don't fight. Okay, it's perfect, huh? Don't, my mother and father don't fight. And we live well. But this does not necessarily mean this is a family of true love. A young man and a woman may say, we are so much in love. We could die. Oh, wow, amazing, huh? This doesn't mean their love is true. If God is not present, it is not true love. True love always centers on God. To have it, we first need to connect with God's love, life, and lineage. Then we can truly become God's sons and daughters. Personal influence, knowledge, money, or military power cannot ensure a person will become in the world of true love. Everyone wants to love. Everyone wants true love. Who don't love? Who don't like true love? Raise your hands. Who don't like true love? Okay. Everyone wants true love. Yet, such love is possible only when we live for others. We need to sacrifice for and serve our partner. Everyone avoids a person who relates to others with a mindset that says, you have to live for me. Yeah? This kind of selfish individualism is Satan's strategy, purpose, and tool. The result is always hell. We need to live for the public purpose. If a person lives for others, sacrificing him and herself and serving the public purpose, everyone and everything will come to love that individual. Amazing. That's our true Father's words. So, allow me to continue. I don't know, I did not put it properly. And then the first thing that God has given in my own personal reflection to me is in John 3:16. For God so loved the world, he gave his only son, and whoever believes in him shall have eternal life. This is common to all Christians. Yes, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, Jesus. That is there, just there. So this is our reminder in our Christian faith that because God loves us, he sent Jesus Christ for all. But we are more than that. but it was given to me in my mind when I was still young. So I always, not only for Christians supposed to be, but they limited on Christianity. But God, for, for God to love the world, not only for Christian who believe in Jesus, but for God's love in the world. So, first, God gave me my true parents. That is the second. Because before, God gave me Jesus. That's why I said the Bible verse. And now, I have true parents. The question is, why I say God has given me true parents. I joined the movement when I was 19, going to 20 years old. The most exciting time of my life. I am young, 19 years old. So, I think God gave me true parents because He loved me. What do you think? Do you believe in that? That we were able to meet true parents because of the love of God. For me, that is one thing that God has given me, true parents. But they are my eternal parents. And they teach me a lot of things in my life because God is the source of everything to me. The love of God. He gave me the love that I think nobody understands God's love. If we are not taught that God loves us, I think we don't understand what is that all about. Because in Christianity, they praise so much about God. God loves me. But for us, it's different. From true parents' words, I was given this family. My husband, my daughter, and me. That is also from God. Without God, my husband will not be with me. Oh, sorry. My husband, my daughter. And that is from the first word of God to Adam and Eve. Be fruitful, multiply, and have dominion. So that's also from God. The word is also from God. And now I have substantial family. My husband, my daughter, and me. That's family. So that's from God also. Not me who choose to be married. I want to travel in the world before getting married. But God picked me in some way. That's why I have my husband, my daughter, and me. I am telling you why I choose this topic. Jos was supposed to be the messenger today. But he called me yesterday. Yesterday, Jos? Or Friday night? Because he said he's sick. I don't know. But I'm thinking, what I will give message. So it come to me from God to me. So I think everybody has this issue. What God has given you, we need to remember. That's why I remember from God what He has given me. So I said this, family. But before that, I need to learn something. That is what? The divine principle. Without understanding the divine principle that God has given me, I think I am in trouble. I will not follow the way I am living now. That's why it's called divine principle. Because this is the practice from God. Because God's characteristic is divine. If we just mention God, we should remember that we are worshiping and following the divine God, not just the little God, little g, G-O-D. Because there is also God, G-O-D, the small g. That is the God of the world only. Not the God with divine characteristics or principle. That is my divine principle. That is given by God to me too, divine principle. So I can practice that in my daily life, though it's hard to be a divine person. But we are all trying. So we are very important in the eyes of God and our true parents. From that divine principle, we have education. Education is not just the word itself. Through our experiences, we learn education. Not just because we have divine principle, it is just the word itself. Through our experiences, we learn education. Like in the center, we live in the center life before we become a family member. We are together in the center life. Every morning, we do our morning devotion or prayer, 5 o'clock in the morning. Who experienced that in history of our life of faith? Raise your hands. Thank you. I'm just joking. And then how about others. Did you experience more this kind of training? You don't have experience, huh? Our second gen, they live with the love of their parents directly. So education is not just by word, but education is a matter of our practice to follow the word that we believe. That is one thing. So through that education, when I joined the movement, we practice discipline because every morning we wake up and we pray together. In the camp, I was in the camp for 1 week. From little kids, I think 8 years old, was the youngest among the participants. Of course, they are sleepy in the morning, but they try to wake up in the morning in that camp for 1 week. They will gather together, they pray together, they will do hondoke together. You will see the picture later. So that kind of education that we have in our movement. So these children, without you, without the parents, waking up in the morning, although the team leader has hardship to follow them up, you know, but 6:30, 6 o'clock, they will prepare to clean their body. 6:30, they need to gather together. Imagine that for little kids, 8 years old, 9 years old there, teenagers. But they are trying to follow what? The word or the direction. Because the word is the direction in life to make you straight, you know? To make our life in a proper way, we need direction or word. That's Unification Church member, we believe in the principle, the divine principle. So that's our word. And then it practiced in our also education in the camp. That is also they follow their central person, their team leader. They are trying, these little kids. I'm watching them. Because they will connect to their team leader. If they have problem, they should connect to their team leader. This kind of practice that they are doing in the camp. So that is one thing that God has given to me, not only for the kids, but to me. So divine principle, education, and now the blessing. I showed you my picture. The blessing, family blessing. It's wonderful to have a blessed family. But everything is not because of our own effort, but because God has given that to all of us and to me. So that's why I title it, From God to Me. That's the seed, sunflower seed, sunflower, beautiful flower. This is reflection, you know. We follow the sun. That's why I put that as the background for my speech. So we follow God, we follow two parents, or we can say we follow the divine principle. That's why that's the sunflower. And also in this, we also follow the blessing principle, how we live. As we read the speech of True Father, his words that we are the most important creation of God, human being. Do you think we are really the important creation of God, my brothers and sisters? Yes. That's why we knew how to value our life as a blessed central family or as a blessed children. Yeah, that's given by God to all of us. Although it's difficult sometimes, huh? But let's have a joyful mind to think, oh, I am blessed by heavenly parents because I can live well. We can have the imagination, oh, this is not correct. This is selfish desire or this kind of thing. We immediately reminded that our actions is not the right action that we should do in that very moment. Because we have these words that telling us, don't do this, don't do that. I hope this kind of mind that our true father and true mother has given us can always be in our mind. Oh, baby, it's not good to do that. It's not good to take drugs or whatsoever. It's not good to have give and take action with an appropriate relationship. You know, this is a reminder in our life. How I wish I am already there, you know, when I was little. Although I don't go beyond my mother's restriction. He will say, oh, don't go out late, you know, this kind of thing. I grew up in a very strict family standard when I was little. Maybe more than you, all of you. Because I am the oldest. I think the oldest child is in restriction of many things in life. So, but I'm grateful for that because of my dad. My dad is the most strict in our family. I cannot even go dancing without them watching me. But anyway, I'm grateful for that. That's why I'm here. So Of course, I can say that my parents was given by God to me to prepare my life at present. So we have parents, you know. Everyone has parents. Everyone has grandparents that love us so much. So many things that I will say, what God has given me. First, my life. That's why I can talk to you today. So God give me life. And then what's the next that God has given us? Life, lineage. We have lineage, and that is the family. But the lineage should be God-centered lineage. And before I don't have deep reflection of the lineage itself, but as becoming older and experience in our church. And also every morning I'm hearing Dr. Young, what is the value of lineage is really important for us, for me. It becomes so important for me, the lineage of me that I'm creating at present. Because this lineage supposed to be is pure lineage. We don't have a struggle supposed to be of who we are. Because we are created by God. He gave us love, true love first. He gave us words and guidance. He gave us Jesus to give us salvation. And now in the present time, He gave us true parents. But we are not clear why we are really living here on earth. And what are the things that God has given us to live well on earth. We forgot those things. So, I don't know if I give you a concrete knowledge. I know you are more experienced than me. But please hear my story of how God and who is God to me and what He has given to me. Because I think everybody is all touched in a different way by God. I'm talking about God because God is invisible, huh? We don't really concretely touch God. But why we believe? Why we believe that God exists? Because God showed us the creation, and God showed us every one of us, and says also that we are the image of God. So through us, through individual, and through the creation, we can see the image of God. So God gives us every proof that He is existing in the world. But the only problem is some of us forget that we need to work with God. Our own portion of responsibility, that's also given by God to us. Portion of responsibility, not only God. So we are lucky because when God gave us the commandment, be fruitful, multiply, and have dominion, that is partnership between us and God. So that is responsibility that God has given me to do and to accomplish on earth. That is God's first commandment that He has given me. So it's hard to understand what God has given to me. First, my life. But before that, originally, God has given our first parents a commandment. Be fruitful, multiply, and have dominion. We will not say it's commandment, but it's a blessing because He say be fruitful. But the commandment that God has given to Adam and Eve is what? The first commandment that God has given to Adam and Eve. What is that? Do not eat the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. That is commandment because it's a law, command. It's a command, do not eat. But the first blessing and words that God has given to Adam and Eve is be fruitful, multiply, and have dominion. This is always raised by Christian pastors or evangelical pastor, that we are blessed by God, that we can have everything on earth. It's true. But why we can have everything? Everybody is exerting effort, taking responsibility to achieve and accomplish something that they wanted to do in their life. Not just material blessing, but everybody is trying to become perfect individual. But it is not clear why we need to follow God's word. Like the first blessing, be fruitful. That is the very important aspect in our life as human being. Because that is the point that we will create a better world. If each and every one of us can have a character centered on God with that divine principle in each and every one, our character is different. We will become godly. We will become humble. We will recognize God with humility as our real parents. And our character as a man and woman will become different. we have respect to others, it's automatic because we respect God. That is maturity of individual characteristics. And through that, if we can raise our own friend or our family, I think the relationship of husband and wife, the relationship of siblings, the relationship of children and parents is different in this world. We are better people. We will become better family, and the world is better. For us, we don't face a lot of struggles like that face to face. In our community, I think we can say we are ideal. We never see the deepest struggle that each family is facing in the community. But God has given me a better community, I can say that, because my topic is what God has given me. So God has given me a better community, Ohio Family Church, but I'm grateful because you are my brothers and sisters in this community. That's another thing. You can see I have many things that God has given me. How about you? You can write, what God has given me. So many things. I cannot even count. So we can say God has given us a countless blessing that we cannot even enumerate in our hands. So that's why yesterday when the other day when Joshua said, I cannot give Sunday service message, I said, oh God. As a leader, do you think I will think, how can I take responsibility for that in a sudden change in our life? So everyone should be ready. If you have some message that you wanted to share, let me know. And I will call you as a pastor for the day, okay? No, that is one thing. So that's why every day I'm counting what God has given me. God has given me life. God has given me an opportunity to come to America. That unknowingly I will be coming here to America. I don't like to come to America in my head. I never share that to anybody, even to my mom and dad. It is just in my head. You know why? I don't like to come here. I was scared. I'm watching the movie of Charles Bronson. That's a police movie, that fighting many kinds of bad things. I said, no, I'm not going to America. That's in my head from young age. Okay, then I forgot about it, Then I met the movement. I still never think I will come to America. And then doing fundraising, witnessing in the Philippines. Then suddenly they called me to Korea. I went to Korea. Then again, I went to Japan. Then from Japan, they called me to come to America. Oh my God, America. I never respond my central figure. Oh, God, America, please. If I can escape, I don't like to go there. That's in my head, but I never say a word. But who knows what is in my mind? Only God. I cannot say. I was scolded. Gloria, you can speak English, and why you don't volunteer to go to America? I did not say anything. I said, maybe not now. But what happened? When I did not respond to my central figure in Japan, Father appeared in my dreams a lot of times. So I said, oh my God, what is this? Father, that you cannot imagine. I don't even talk that I don't like to come to America. But Father gradually appeared in my dream. I said, what you wanted me to do? This mind of mine. He appeared in my dream. We are eating together. And then we are sharing bread. I said, what true Father is doing to me. He appeared to me in a stadium. We are in a stadium, and there is a big rain, and we put our hands together, and then the water becomes solid in our hand. And this water becomes a white stone in the hand of Father and me. And then Father, water becomes solid white, big stone. And I said, Father, why your stone is bigger than mine? I said to Father. He said, he just like that. And he left. So I said, oh my God, why he's always like that? Then I forgot again. Then we eat together bread. We are sitting face to face, and we have this toaster. The toaster that we put the bread to make it toasted? And then we eat one bread, and he divided the bread for me. Half for me and half for him. That's my own dream. I said, what's going on? I never dream Father all the time like this. So we ate together. And then my last dream with Father at that time, we are in the big stadium again. I said, oh, stadium again. Then I'm leaving that meeting, and then two brothers followed me up and gave me a paper, certificate. Oh, I said, what is that again? I told him in my dream. Oh, Father said, you can do it. You are the only one who can do it. Oh my God, I'm just scared of these things, I think this is just a dream, but when I'm dreaming, it's like live, They followed me and they give me certificate. And then I forgot about it. So I said, many direction in my dream before I come to America. I never expect I will come. So those dreams of Father make me encouraged to come to America. And I dream also the pledge number 5. You know the pledge number 5? Unity of physical world in the spiritual world. So I said, that's Father is invisible, I'm visible. So I said, okay. Then I decided to come to America. I don't like to travel alone. I don't like to be alone in the airplane. I said to the Japanese sisters, oh, maybe we can travel together. And she told me, you can speak English. I cannot speak English, but I'm not scared to travel alone. I said, no, I don't like travel alone, going to America. This is my, Then I traveled. I followed Father to come to America. In the last minute, I don't have my passport. Can you imagine? I have my airplane ticket. I'm putting my luggage in the car. That brother and sister will bring me in the airport. My passport is not in my hand because it is still stuck in the post office in Japan. So my two sisters went there, and they checked where's my passport. So I was able to come to America. Because I am scared to come here in reality. In my mind, I will not come there. That is me, fixed. I am dreaming to go in the world travel, but not in America. But I could not escape from heaven, That's what has given me to come to America. My sister wanted to come here, but she was not able to come. I was able to come. I'm not dreaming to come here. But why I share this story? We cannot control what God will give us. It's natural. Why I become a pastor? I never expect I will be a pastor of yours this time. I am dreaming to be a pastor in my own congregation. That's why I joined to be a pastor. I studied in Christian school for 4 years with my husband, and we were ordained as a pastor in 2018. My only goal there is to give marriage blessing, to educate them about blessing and marry them legally. That's my own goal. I'm not thinking to be a pastor of Ohio Family Church because I don't like responsibility. If you are a pastor and then, oh, Gloria, what we need to do? For me, I will ask, like before, Pastor Joseph. Oh, Reverend Joseph, we need to do this, to do that. I can ask like that because he is the pastor. So I can escape, whether it will be accomplished or not. I can escape, because I'm not the leader. So I'm reflecting now in my own life now as a pastor when I am treating my own Abel in the past. They were given to me as my central figure from God, so I can train my nature. My first central figure here in Ohio Family Church was Reverend Du. Then he treated me very well, and the wife also. I had many opportunities because of the wife and Reverend Du, and then Reverend Lee. And then third, I don't know who is the third one. I think that was Juan Morales and Jessa Kim. Many central figures. Among all those central figures, until Marcus Van Mark, my last central figure here in Ohio Family Church. From all those central figures, do you think I don't have a struggle from among them? Oh my God. But from each and every one of them, I learned something. Because God put them in my life. From the time I arrived in America, from Reverend Du until now, I am thinking, God is the one who gave them to my life, those leaders, as my preparation to be here in front of you in this early morning of Sunday. And to see your faces, if you are sleepy or not, or are you listening to me in an authentic way, or just listening and your mind is flying around. That is authentic listening and fake listening. I learned that in the camp from Joshua Angelucci. So that is one thing that I want to share with you, that God knows what is in our mind. We cannot hide God. even we are not speaking to anybody. To come to America is not my choice. That is choice of God to me. But I like America now because you know why? I can travel anywhere, even I don't drive, you know. Yesterday, we are driving, going to Cogape, coming back here from Cogape. The drivers were our second gen. You know Seiji Lensrum? We traveled together when he was little, going to North Carolina. And then we cannot go to our camp because of flood. And we talked that yesterday. He was little. And yesterday, he's the one driving to me. So this kind of thing, God is giving us person, the people in our life. Don't forget that. That will give us inspiration or encouragement. Or sometimes, God will give us a person that will really discourage us so much. From that discouragement, we will also learn something. Sometimes, you don't know this kind. You don't know how to speak English very well. Yes, that kind of thing. You are paid to do your job. Oh my God, you will cry. But I don't cry. I just reflect my life. What is really that God has given me to be here in front of you? Why I was chosen to be a leader. It is not my choice in reality, although I chose to be a pastor in my title. But God has something for us. Not just like you are chosen because you have in that position. No. You cannot choose if it is from God. This is from God. Whatever we are doing is from God, or what we are having is from God, whether it is good or bad. But be careful, bad. We always think, that's the approach of evil. Remember the situation of Job in the Bible, that he was accused by his friend that maybe he did something bad, but he did not do bad things. But he experienced the very, desperate moment in his life. But that is not because God is punishing him, or he is sinful, or he is weak in his faith. But he was challenged. God was challenged by Satan because of this Job faith to God. But after that, Job also, he never trusts his friend. He said, no, I will not talk to you. I will talk to my God. Do you think the victory of Job is just the overcoming of the difficulty? No. Job's victory in the history of the Bible is not his faith itself in his struggle, but his relationship to God when he talked verbally to God. Why you let me suffer? That is the moment that God believed in Job, that his faith to God is there, deep. Not just in the moment that, God, thank you for many blessings you have given me. But that moment when Job go back to God, in spite of these three friends of him, giving him internal guidance, counseling. No, I will not listen to you. I will go back to my God and talk to my God as my Father. I think that moment also, that Bible verse it is from God to me. Because Job sometimes is misinterpreted by all of us. We will say his strong faith. He overcome these trials, but he never lost his faith. No. The most important part for me in that Bible verse in the life of Job is when he talked to God strongly. Like they are really parents and child. When he voiced out his feelings to God artistically. That is the main point of faith. Not just because we are experiencing difficulties, we will cry to God. But in the moment that we will talk honestly to God, God, why these things is happening to me? What do you want me to do? Why? The honest feelings that you can express. In the camp, there is honest sharing in the camp that become a very big issue at this time. But I will share it to you later in person, especially those who are parents. So the honest situation that we have is we need to talk to God honestly. As individual or even husband and wife, we can talk to God honestly. And our children can talk to our parents with sincerity. Not just on the time that you have trouble. Please don't talk to your parents if you are just trouble only. Please talk to your parents what you wanted to do and what you wanted to share with them. and what you wanted that they will do to you, and the parents can also talk what they wanted you to do for them. I think that is give and take, and that is the law of the divine principle. That's why our divine principle is very important. That divine principle was given by God to me and to all of you. So let's all reflect our life, what is really, or what are the things that God had given to us. Let's write it one by one. That's why Dr. Young encouraged us to do reflection notebook, our gratitude every day. I think if we have gratitude every day, we will not think something bad. We will not lose our patient like me. I lost my patient most of the time to my husband. But Dr. Young is trying to teach us love our husband, love our family first. So that is one thing that God has given us at this time in America. Every morning, who can wake up early morning and you work again? It's really very challenging for me, like Dr. Young is doing as our central figure in the United States of America. So God is giving us something that we need to know and value in every moment of our life, from the time that we were born. What God has given us, our life, our parents, our house, our good surroundings, this kind of thing, especially our children. Let's value what we have, you know. And let's always think, these things were given by God to me. Let me continue. I don't know what is the next for me, but let's see. So, okay, this is my things that I always say. Let's all reflect what God has given us. I don't know if you get something in my message, but I hope you will help me to develop me more in the future. I want to become the world preacher. Can you imagine that? That's my dream. Because it's useless. God has given me voice, that you can hear. But I need to develop what is really there that God has given me, why He let me stand with you, you know. Sometimes I don't like to stand in front of you. I just want to be in the side, you know. I want the preacher, like Joshua, or maybe like Alan, to be here, like Nathan, to be here, you know, this kind of thing. Yeah? And I can just sit beside or behind. That's what I'm looking forward in the future, that Alan, Joshua, you know, Nathan can be here talking, you know, with their kids too in the future. What do you think? Huh? Joshua and Alan and Nathan, this kind of thing. Huh? In the camp, the coordinator there, we're all second gen. Second gen, 90 people, second gen were there. Young people in the camp. Our total is 130. Yeah? So I'm looking forward for that. You know, if you are a leader, you do a lot. But if you are just onlooker, you are just watching. I told them, I don't like to volunteer. I told them, I just want to do what I want to do, freely. You know why? Nobody will scold me. And nobody will say, oh, you are late, you know? You need to be on time. We have meeting until 3 a.m. Oh, because I'm sleeping and the team leaders will come, the mother figure will come 3 or 2 in the morning. I said, oh, Mom. I told them, I will just do what I want to do, free. So, but I'm grateful because I went there and I observed these leaders. They have kids. You know Christelle? You know who know Christelle? With 2 kids, you know, leading with baby. Amazing. Maybe for us, oh, why you bring your baby? For me, I like the baby to be there. So they will grow what their parents are doing. No, and then from that, they will learn. Like us, like you have more experience than me with True Father. Who has more experience with True Parents here that work with True Parents directly? You? Please. Oh, that's why Sister Francoise, you know, I was inspired by Sister Francoise when we are doing witnessing. Oh my God, this sister of mine. We do witnessing in the campus, not real campus. I said, oh, Sister Francoise, why you are doing this witnessing so serious, you know, so hot in our witnessing? We walked together 1 hour and a half maybe. He said, I want to give my dedication, complete dedication to God and to parents. Oh my God, I cried in my heart, and then I went home, I'm reflecting. So She was given to me by God to reflect what I need to do in my life of faith. Even I'm the pastor. Don't you think so? So someone God is putting in our life that make us check what we are doing, if it is correct or not. So everything, let's think what God has given us. Please, let's all reflect what God has given us. So that's my day, and that's my message for today. Thank you so much for listening. And